Hi, everybody. Welcome to day one of your new coach training. We are so excited to share this information with you because this is really going to jumpstart you into starting your business off right. So today we're going to be talking with you about sharing your story on social media. And we know this can be an area that can be really intimidating to you as a new coach. But what we're here to do is to break it down, make it simple for you, and really help you do it in a way that's natural and effective and helps you grow your business. So before we jump into that, though, we want to talk about the 4 vital behaviors. And you will be hearing a lot about the 4 vital behaviors throughout these videos and throughout your time as a Beachbody coach. So the 4 vital behaviors are basically 4 things that Beachbody has laid out that if you do them every single day, you're going to see your business move forward. So if you're struggling in the business and feeling like what's not working, you need to go back to the vital behaviors and really take a hard look and see if you're doing these things. Because I promise you, after being a coach in this business for 2.5 years, I have seen that it all comes back to these 4 things. So what are they? The first one, the first vital behavior is to invite. So if you don't invite people, they're not going to know that there's an opportunity to join you, which we'll be giving you lots of tools to do that. So don't worry. Number 2 is to be a product of the product. And that really goes hand in hand with sharing your story and inviting. Because if you're not being a product of the product and sharing it, you're not going to be inviting people to join you. Because like I said, they're not going to know that there's an opportunity. So the third vital behavior is personal development. Personal development is basically getting your mind right every single day. It's set out there for you to be listening to a podcast, to a book of your choice, whatever it may be, so that you can really dig deep and find ways to help your mind grow while we are helping others grow in their fitness journey. So if you don't know where to start with personal development, please reach out to your coach. We have so many books that are wonderful and available, and we'll be posting some in the files section that you can see we have found to be some of the best books out there to help you grow. So that's number 3, personal development. And by the way, personal development, it doesn't have to be hours a day. It can be just 5 to 10 minutes a day where you're really just plugging in. The 4th vital behavior is to recognize. So that's recognizing the success of those in your challenge group, your coaches, and those all around you, because recognition really is key to helping people feel successful. So those are the 4 vital behaviors, and you're going to be hearing a lot about those. So as we dig into sharing your story on social media, just remember that really it just comes back to these 4 basic things in sharing your story as well. So if you're struggling with sharing your story on social media, I would encourage you to go dig deep into a personal development book. Okay, that's really going to help you get your mind right. Or if you're struggling with inviting, okay, come back and really find tools through personal development. It all goes back to personal development. That's a really important one of the vitals. So sharing your story. How do you share your story on social media in a way that's natural and fun, right? And that people want to follow you. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to do what we call defining your avatar. So your avatar is basically the person that you are trying to reach, your ideal person. So when you think about who you are and what makes you you, okay, I want you to think about talking to a person that has those quality traits when you're posting on social media. So for example, how do you do this? I want you to sit down and write down 5 to 7 things that define who you are, things that you love, things that maybe make you unique, maybe that make you like nobody else around you. And really, they won't have much to do with Beachbody. So for example, things that define me. I'm a girl mom. I have 3 girls. Faith is an important part of my journey and what I share. I love coffee. So I talk about coffee a lot in my posts. I am a depression overcomer. So when I'm writing posts, I am going back to some of these things, and I have a lot more that define who I am, and they change. Right now I'm postpartum, so I'm really talking to that crowd as well. So when you're posting on social media, these 5 to 7 things are going to be things that you create your posts around and about. So if you're struggling and you don't know what to post, you can go back to these 5 to 7 things and find something to post about. Maybe it's just sharing about what you did that day with your kids. Maybe it's sharing about your workout. Maybe it's sharing about a new fun thing that you found to put in your coffee. Maybe it's talking to the person that has struggled with postpartum depression, just like you have or you are and are working through at that moment. That's defining your avatar. It's finding that person that you can speak to in your posts. So when you're defining your avatar, it may feel a little bit like you're excluding other people by talking to a specific group of people. But what you're going to find is that as you speak to a specific person, your personal market, the people that are going to be drawn to you, is going to expand like crazy, because you are narrowing it down to people that are like you and that can relate to you and who you are. Doesn't mean that you won't draw in people that are different than you, but really it helps to really narrow down your focus to who you're speaking to and who you can add value to every single day. So those are really the things that really are going to help you when you create these posts, is really coming back to those 5 to 7 things. And as you invite people to join you, those people that have seen your post and can really relate to what you're saying and those things that you're talking about are going to be the people that are going to respond to your posts a lot of the time. So Kelly's going to share some other things that are going to help you really narrow that down and sharing your story on social media.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for breaking all that down, Margot. I can't tell you how important it is to really think about your avatar when you're posting, because your posts are going to just become more authentic, more vulnerable, and people are really going to relate to you. Because just because you became a Beachbody coach doesn't mean that you're all Beachbody now, and everything that you post has to be about Beachbody. You need to relate to people in all aspects of your life, and that's why it's so important to just define those 5 to 7 things that make you you, and use those things when you're posting. Now, you can use the 80-20 rule. So when you're posting on social media, 80% of it, you want it to be personal, 20% about Beachbody. So just because you are a Beachbody coach now, like I said, don't post 100% Beachbody, because that's just, people are going to get so sick of hearing about it. And every day, think about posting 1 to 2 really quality posts. So those posts that are really going to reach your market. And Margot did a great video on social media where she's going to dive in more on how you can do that better. When you were talking about your Beachbody journey, so let's focus a little bit on there. When you were posting about your Beachbody journey, so that 20% where you're focusing on Beachbody, on your fitness, make sure you're sharing the good, the bad, the struggles, and the successes. Again, just because you're a Beachbody coach doesn't mean you have to have a 6-pack, that you eat healthy all the time, and that you never have splurges and you never have setbacks. Make sure you share the struggles, because the struggles is where people are going to relate to you even more. You also have to post consistently over time. So people are going to be watching your journey, and they may not join you right away, but they may join you in 6 months, a year, even 2 years down the road. So it takes time to build credibility and trust in this business. So you have to show up every single day, sharing your story, the highs, the lows, the things that make you you, the things about Beachbody, your fitness journey, all of that over time, so that people can relate to you, they get to know you, and in that way they want to join you, because anybody can buy a Beachbody product anywhere. But they decide to buy from you because you've been sharing your story, and they can relate to you, and they want to join you on your journey because of everything that you've been sharing. Think about how you can add value. So before you post anything, think about your avatar, those 5 things that you wrote down. Think about if what you are posting is going to add value to that person before you post it. So really, really focus in on sharing your story to that specific person. And like Margot said, this is the other part. We in the picture on this post, right, Margot, is that how we're going to do it? The picture on this post, we're going to give you 23 Beachbody related ideas for what you can post on social media. Because we know at first it can be a little bit challenging to share your story through Beachbody, because you aren't just selling a product. You're not just selling lipstick. You're not selling, Jamberry nails or whatever. You're sharing an experience, and that can be hard and intimidating to share on social media. So we're going to give you 23 ideas on what you can post about Beachbody to kind of share your journey and bring people along with you. And make sure you're putting your personality in there, putting in the way you talk in there, and again, talking to your market. So we're going to add that. You can see those 23 ideas in this post. And like Margot said, additionally, in the file section, we're going to add a personal development book list for you to look for books that we have used in the past. And I remember when I first signed up, I'm so glad that Margot made a big deal about personal development, because I remember when I first signed up, I was like, I don't need personal development. Like, I'm a pretty confident person. I don't need these self-help books. But you guys, like, the cool thing about these books is they really help to motivate you, inspire you. They give you ideas. They're just going to kind of reignite that fire that you're feeling right now as a new coach. So that's why I really, really love personal development books. So Anything else, Margot, about sharing story?
No, I was just thinking about with sharing your story. I just want to talk for just 1 second about my experience with that, because I was really scared to share my experience. And you're going to make some posts that are going to be fun and lighthearted. And then you're going to make some posts that really, like I was saying before, like go towards that person that maybe has postpartum depression and how you've overcome that. So that what you're going to find though is that that is going to be really, really key to people really wanting to join you. So,
oh, I hear your baby girl. Poor thing. Okay, well, that's the end of day one. I hope this helps you guys get started, at least get those wheels turning on how you can share your story better on social media. And like I said, Margot's going to go over even more on how to post on social media, and I'm going to go into more about how you can invite through your social media posts. But we want you guys to just get comfortable thinking about your market and how you can add value to them. So anyway, awesome job today. Day number one is done. We can't wait to see you guys tomorrow.